guys. And this is a story about deep neural network and brain coding and decoding. But it's not my first time to read about it. It's actually the second time, and the first time I read it, paragraph by paragraph. But actually, I didn't get it because of my poor English. And today I see translation in Chinese, and I find this really helpful. And now I kind of get a cool idea of this whole things. And now I'm gonna make a huge decision. It's it's mainly about what I'm going to do with my future. Because when you think about cognitive neuroscience, some of works are actually doing in biology term, but I'm not the kind of person who interested in a molecular scale or something else. So I, I rather than just do it, because when we think about brain coding and decoding, that's actually my first glance at psychology. For me, psychology never the therapy or the psychiatric. It's just this. You read others' mind or string. On the other hand, it's cool stuff and actually amazing for me. And in the future, maybe I will have to live academic and living another kind of life. At those time, I think this maybe help me to accumulate the key ideas for what else needed to be. So I kind of threw myself in this, and the whole thing I say is the reason about why I'm doing this. And back here, I am kind of drop those things, and this is some of guys that I'm still learning Spanish now, but the Spanish it's kind of different from my mother tongue, and my, for my original plan is I'm gonna use my English to learn Spanish. But question is, for those things I know that both internet the most important is resource is both in English, and I kind of hard to find a usage. I find a place for Spanish to use. So I don't know which time or how I gonna learn it. And maybe the future, not the future. And meantime, and now I just listen to some podcast or book, audio books about Greek works in Spanish, but it's not fulfill me. I'm kind of science guy. I'm nerdy, right? So nerdy, it need to be more, more, um, more scientific, right? I'm gonna find some sci-fi stories, sci-fi news. But now I'm reading the English novels for improve my English, and I'm preparing for the test. And that's another thing. And back there's two things. One thing is deep neural networks, and I don't care the others is the artificial intelligence. Another thing is our brain, and this month I try to look back to our ancient terms and try to find a way to about those guys to learn mice, and because of those things are actually both in mice. And I find it's hard because I can't find the guy and talk to his student. I just through these books, and it's not help, not very helpful. And the other things are our brain, and for our brain, some of Greek inspiring things are actually be done by those physics, and I'm not want to be very specific in physics, and I'm not going to first learn physics and then going to neural mesh. I'm just turning around. I'm just learn the neural networks, and my plan is I'm gonna eliminate my plan for you. My plan is first I'm gonna learn the linear algebra, and I find it's a really easy way to learn math in English because all the terms are well defined, rather than translating, and it's make me oh blind both. And others is I'm gonna uh, motivate my long term goal. Maybe lots of people their long term goal is to build or to understand intelligence or to build artificial general intelligence, and this is very flexible, right? But my term long term goal is just to encoding and decoding blind. From now on, I still don't surely understand what the term will mean, and I kind of lack of language systems like in cognitive psychology. Those are my lack of one. So now I'm going to do is to based on this array to read or even I'm trying to run, but I don't have GPUs. Other like GPUs, I neither do I. So I'm trying to illuminate these things, and I will get a chance. I used to want to be a cognition neuroscientist, but what that mean? What does that mean? Maybe that means I'm kind of uh, modeling the brain in the computers. Or I'm kind of for net the third generation of the artificial neural networks. But now, this is a engineering like things, and this maybe don't give you some insights, but it's very inspired and very well known, and everyone will think that's a cool stuff, and you're just doing it, right? And pardon my poor English, and it's just time to for me, and I also learn for 1 minute. So let me deep down into it. Why am I saying I kind of hard to understand this whole stuff? Because I don't even understand what is encoding, and only the structures are make me confused. And I'll leave on some questions here. The first one is why they both use the ridge regression. I know this is not only linear regression, and why others, and why here is a regression and not the others. And the second is, uh, yeah, I'm gonna find it. Second is the word to wick. I kind of get confused about this whole bunch of things, and I search on YouTube, and they find like stack quest better explain whatever I'm just gonna do and say goodbye.